precious honey.
My precious honey.
Isn't it just lovely being out here in this warm sun?
Yes, so beautiful. As warm as you.
Oh. You always catch me off guard. Thank you.
Love you.
Love you too.
Tell me, baby.
Yeah, so how should people deal with phobias?
How should people deal with phobias? There are different types of phobias. There are some people who are afraid of enclosed places, like claustrophobia. There are others who are afraid of being in the open. It's called agoraphobia, fear of the marketplace. Some people are afraid of snakes, others are afraid of insects, some are afraid of whatever, different things. Heights, darkness. All phobias are demonic. Some phobias come congenitally, as in a person is born with them, because that phobia was already in the parents. Other phobias come because of trauma, like if somebody goes through some difficult experience, difficult childbirth, they start fearing getting pregnant, or maybe they got pregnant at the wrong time. Sometimes a person has gone through an accident, so they start fearing getting into public transport or even driving itself. The best way to get out of all phobias is to get the Word of God in you. 2 Timothy 1 verse 7. God has not given us the spirit of fear, phobos. That word there is phobos, fear. But of power and of love and of a sound mind. So you say those words. Having said those words, you need to be delivered. You need the spirit that is causing you to fear that particular thing to be cast out of you. If it is spiders, the spirit that makes you fear spiders actually looks like a spider. So it's actually a spider spirit. If we cast it out of you, then you won't fear spiders anymore. Of course, there is what we call healthy fear. Like you can't just go touching something hot. You need to fear it. You can't just play around with snakes unless you've been trained to handle them. So there's the good fear, the healthy fear that protects you from danger and harm. But what petrifies you and makes you almost gasp for breath or hold your breath and stuff like that, or stiffens you, is demonic. It needs to be cast out. There are people who are afraid of sexual intimacy, even in marriage itself. And what is the thing called? They become frigid. Their frigidity is usually a sign that somebody was either traumatized, maybe raped, or had a negative sexual experience, or they were born in a family where such experiences occur. If they are delivered from the spirit and then counseled and taught the truth, then they shall be free. Remember, you shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free. So you need to really, really hear the Word of God, study the Word of God, replace the negative information that plays back in your mind, just like a tape or what? A CD? What do people use nowadays? An MP3 player. Something that has a playback system. Yeah? You see, when you go through trauma, that vulnerability causes spirits to enter you. That vulnerability also causes information that's negative to be indelibly etched or marked in your system. You can only get rid of such information by introducing superior information, which in this case is the Word of God. You get the Word of God richly dwelling in you, then it shall dispel any negative information that's not true. Because all fears are based on lies. That things you're afraid of are lies. Like in my own life, there was a time I was really afraid of the dead. I couldn't feel comfortable going to funerals and all that. But the more of the Word of God I got, the bolder I became. And the more I was delivered from those evil spirits, the bolder I became, until now I no longer fear at all. You see, there are many fears I had in my life, and as I went through deliverance, as in literally casting those demons out, the fear just went to the demons. And then of course there's counseling as well. You can talk about things, then you can practice trying things out, like swimming or stuff like that, trying things out in a safe environment with a person you trust. Then as you practice, the fears will go. So there's some fears that will go just by practice and counseling. Others will go when you read the Holy Word of God to replace that negative programming. Others can only go when you are delivered from that particular spirit.
Oh, that is so educative.
Thank you.
Thank you. Till next time, goodbye.
Bye-bye.